What is going on, everybody? This is the Rlcs League Play Week 2 recap of all the games. We're going to be talking about all the games, who won, and giving an in-depth analysis as to why that team won. So if you want to know why your favorite team lost, then stick around. Yes, I'm talking about you, Cloud9 fans. So before we start, as always, if you guys do enjoy, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Literally, all I care about on this channel is hitting 1,000 subscribers. After that, everyone could just unsub. That's literally my only goal. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. I'm gonna try something a little bit different. I got a comment saying that I should have some pro gameplay in the back because no one wants to see my gameplay. People just want to see pro gameplay. So yeah, I thought I'd do a little bit of that. I'll just have this game running in the background. So let's talk about SSG versus Sonic. Now, holy crap, the only word I have to say is shock. Shock was an absolute monster. He looked like the only person playing on the field. He was just insane. Credit to all of Sonic. I said that if Sathu and Dapper didn't step up, they had no chance against SSG, and they really did step up. Like, they played much better. But SSG also, they just did not play well. Like, they had no cohesion, no chemistry. Everything that they were working on just didn't work. Missed opportunities. They were slow to the ball compared to, well, Shock. Shock was just fast to everything. Shock defended everything well. He shot everything well. I mean, Shock just outplayed SSG almost single-handedly, but his teammates did well to back him up. Yeah, SSG was looking like a number 1 or 2 seed going into this season, but they really did not look good. I'm assuming it was just one bad week. With, you know, now with a longer season, you are more likely to have that one bad week. But is it really that SSG played bad per se, or did Sonic play so well that they can compete with these high-level teams? Which honestly, they did look very well. They didn't look like a bad team. It didn't look like they only won because SSG wasn't playing up to form. They had some very good plays. You cannot take that away from them. It was actually a very exciting match to watch. In fact, that was one of the more exciting matches to watch for the day. Now, Ghost Gaming versus E United. Wow. So, after E United beat Cloud9 last week, we were all saying, well, what does that really say? Because if Cloud9's really playing that bad, then it's not a quality win for E United, and we still don't know where E United is on the ladder. And, well, we just found out that they aren't that good. They got smacked by Ghost Gaming. To be fair, Atomic popped off. For those of you who don't know, Atomic is that mechanical genius on Ghost Gaming, backed up by Illusion usually. Memory, that third man. That's kind of how their roster is. Atomic was actually setting up Illusion a lot. Atomic was like just feeding the ball to his teammates the whole game. Like, I mean, he was making it so that if you were a fucking diamond, you can hit these shots. So just all the credit to Atomic. He really put the team on his back. But Memory and Illusion did play very well. So Ghost Gaming took the 3-0, which was very surprising because a lot of people thought this was going to be probably the closest match of the day. But the closest match of the day was Rogue versus C9, which... Ugh, Cloud9. Let me just say this to any Cloud9 fans out there who still thinks that Cloud9 has a chance, you're all fucking morons. And I say that just because I'm getting annoyed at this point with people on Twitter saying, oh yeah guys, don't worry, Cloud9 still got a chance. Like, yes, they're a big household name in Rocket League and esports, but facts are facts. Just because you spank a dildo doesn't make it any less a dildo than it is. I mean, it's still a dildo, and that's what Cloud9 is. They're Cloud9. You might want them to be something different, but they are what they are. But let's be real, guys. Cloud9 looked horrendous. That was again, I said this last week, but now I'm saying it again. It was probably the worst match of Rocket League I've seen played in many seasons. Since Splice was in the RLCS in Season 7, I haven't seen a game that bad. Back when Karma whiffed the ball on her own goal line and it just rolled in at like 10 kilometers per hour. It was as bad as a Splice game. Yeah, Cloud9, what's crazy is both the games that Cloud9 won against Rogue, like, they weren't even convincing wins. Like they got lucky. Squishy Muffinz had this really weird dunk pinch goal into Rogue's net that ended the game. Like, it was a game 5 overtime, but I didn't feel like for a second that Rogue was gonna lose it. That's what's crazy. There wasn't a single time you ever thought that Cloud9 had a chance to compete with Rogue. Rogue looked incredible, and you gotta give all the credit to First Killer. First Killer was just insane. Holy crap. Now I'm gonna show you guys a couple plays. that just really show. So this was really the first shot during the game where I said, wow, first killer is just dominating. So if you watch right here, Kronovi hits it out to Squishy, but Wonder's able to follow up, gets a pinch mid, and first killer beats Squishy and Torment to this ball. Like, first killer, this is the story of the entire game. First killer always being in the right position to beat everyone and anyone to the ball. First killer probably won 80% of his challenges. It was just amazing. That's just one example, and I could show you guys so many more examples from that series. It was just a dominating performance by Rogue, but Rogue's problem was that once they weren't on offense anymore, because Rogue probably had offensive pressure 90% of the time, but once they weren't on offense, they crumbled on defense, and that was really due to Wonder, and he was looking like the back of my asshole this game. I mean, he did have some plays back when first killer was feeding him. Wonder can barely hold his own sometimes. Like, Wonder really needs to fix stuff out. If Wonder can stop playing like an Rlrs player, then this team can really shine. I mean, they really can. Like, all their goals are because of Wonder just feeding Cloud9 the ball, or just forgetting how to play Rocket League. But yeah, to all the Cloud9 fans out there, Cloud9 is looking like the #1 worst team in North America, kind of the world right now. I wouldn't put it past them to lose to like AS Monaco or some of those European teams. I mean, they're just looking so bad. I think the only chance that Cloud9 has to win a game this season is against Flight. So I think they'll be battling Flight for that bottom spot. Yeah, now let's get on to NRG versus Flight. Haha! NRG is back, baby. NRG with a dominating performance. You want to know why NRG won this? Because they were too fucking fast to the ball. They were too incredible. Justin 1v3'd. Flight couldn't do anything about him. All Flight could do was put down their controller and watch NRG play Rocket League. That's all they could do. Flight could not have done anything better. The only tip that I have for Flight is just get good. I mean, NRG dominated them on every aspect of Rocket League. So, quality win for NRG. And then PK versus G2. This was a good match. G2 just came out with probably the most dominating offense we've ever seen. Remember back in Season 7 World Championships, people were saying that G2's got the best offense in Rocket League history. And that's how they made the Grand Finals. Well, that's what it was looking like today. Oh my god. I mean, PK, they are a quality team. They're a very good team. So, like, of course they're going to get a win. But this is the first time G2's ever beat PK. Even back for when they were the Peeps, they never beat them. But G2 dismantled them. They probably had 80 to 90% offensive pressure throughout the whole game. They beat PK to every ball. It was just, wow, you just watched G2 pass and pass and pass. G2 took 40 shots on goal compared to PK's like 14, I think it was. It was nuts. And the only reason G2 didn't win by more is because I think in the first couple games, G2 missed a combination of... This was the game they lost. The reason they lost isn't because PK outplayed them. It's because G2 missed, I think it was 10 open nets in a row. It was like JNAPS would shoot, hit the crossbar, then Rizzo would come in and hit the crossbar. Chicago would come in and hit the crossbar, but JNAPS was back to hit the crossbar. Like, what the fuck? It was a crazy first game to watch. You never felt for a second like G2 really lost, even when they lost, because it was just such a, like, hit the open net next time, right? Like, they could have easily won the first game like 4-1, but it was just terrible shooting. Yeah, they got to work on that for sure. If they're gonna beat NRG, they can't, or SSG, they cannot come out against those teams shooting like 5%, which, I mean, that's all you need if you put up enough shots, I guess. But no, I think they shot like 14% or something, which isn't that good. But I mean, when you're putting up as many shots as they are and you're never playing defense, like if you're never playing defense, then yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. So I am going to come out with a power rankings video on where I think all these teams stand after the first 2 weeks. We've pretty much got a good idea of what all these teams are about. I really wanted to wait for the second week to make the video because there's teams like Rogue and Cloud9, of course, and then E United. We still had some question marks on them. I was surprised by the way some other teams played for both NA and EU. So we're going to be coming out with that video, I think, tomorrow. I think that's when I'm going to want to come out with that video. So let's move on to Europe. So Barcelona versus Endpoint. This is a great match to watch just because I love Flakes. Remember, Flakes came out with the Scarab last week, and then the casters called it a gizmo. So this week he came out with the gizmo just to say F you to the casters. It was great. And Flakes carried his team. Anybody out there who says that car matters, look, Flakes just dismantled Endpoint. He 1v3, had some insane little dribbles. He made plays where he didn't even need his team. His team could have went and ordered fucking McDonald's or something. Like, Jesus Christ, yes, Flakes, we get it. Your dick's big. Your dick's bigger than most porn stars that I know. He just fucking obliterates people with his little gizmo. Yeah, just a dominating performance by Barcelona. Ronicky did well to back him up. Diva was kind of like that third man support that game. Then TSM versus Veloce. Yeah, this was the most boring shit I've ever watched. Right when this game started, after the first match, I just put the game on my second monitor and started playing Call of Duty. It was just so fucking pathetic to watch these two teams play. I have nothing good to say about either team. TSM looked like dog shit. Veloce just won because TSM was so bad, but Veloce never made any really good plays. It was just TSM being so dog shit they couldn't compete. It was just boring. And if you could have taken a nap during this game, I wouldn't blame you. I don't want to talk more about this game than I have to because I'm falling asleep just thinking about it. Renault Vitality versus Singularity. Now, damn, what a fucking awesome match to watch. What an amazing match to watch. Godsmilla, Tho, and Noli, they all popped off, especially Godsmilla at the very end. Though, for those of you who don't know, the way that they won against Vitality is Godsmilla hit a flip reset to get it over KDOP and force KDOP to own goal in Game 5 overtime. It was an insane ending. Go back and watch the ending. That was such a fun match. Honestly, Vitality should have won that, but I think that their decision to bring Alpha 54 on the team was not the right decision. They would have easily won that with Scrubkilla. The problem with Vitality's roster now is they don't have like a mechanical wizard on the team to make plays. They don't. That guy, I guess, is supposed to be Alpha, but Alpha has not been performing. He hit one flip reset goal, but it was a 1v1, right? He didn't like. It was already a 1v1, so that's really the only time I remember Alpha shining. Alpha was really not done anything on this team. Week 1, KDOP and Fairy Peak carried Alpha. This week, they needed Alpha to step up, and he really couldn't. Singularity is obviously a good team, but Vitality should be beating them. I mean, if this is the performance we're getting out of Vitality, they might not even make Worlds. I mean, that was just not a good performance. I do remember saying, though, that all these European teams are so close together. I feel like any team could beat any team on any day, for the most part. Now, I do agree. I think Singularity looked decent last week, too, but they really came out firing on all cylinders this week. Go watch this game. It's a game that'll really get your masturbatory fluids flowing. And then Dignitas versus AS Monaco. Dignitas just played so damn well. Dignitas looking like the best team in Europe. Maybe them or Rec, but those two teams easily fighting for the top 2 spot. Violent Panda really showed everyone why he's one of the best Rocket League players to ever live. Violent Panda, I'd give Violent Panda MVP for that day. Again, it really just came down to them playing such solid, such a good Rocket League, just absolutely dominating the pitch, just kind of like a G2 or NRG kind of game. There really wasn't anything AS Monaco could have done. You really just watched them get demolished for 3 games. Well, it was 4 games. AS Monaco did capitalize on a few mistakes and they were able to take a win, but I honestly wouldn't expect it to happen again. ASM probably looking like the worst team in Europe. And then we have Rec versus Mouse, the last match of the day, the match of the day for Europe. Look, okay, I said it last week that I wasn't on the Chazette train yet because Chazette is so inconsistent, but Chazette is trying to prove me wrong. Chazette came out literally 1v3ing Mouse, 1v3ing Scrubkilla, Cookser, and Speed, who, by the way, Speed did not look speedy. Speed looked slow as fuck the entire match. I feel like the only one really trying to make plays was Scrubkilla, but I guess it was hard for his teammates to do anything when they were just being outclassed in every way by Chazette. Chazette and Fruity played amazing too. Fruity, like, just they were all playing dominant, but Chazette had he had a hat trick in the first couple minutes of a game. He hit like an insane like ceiling shot. Yeah, you just couldn't stop him. Chazette reminded me of JNaps for a little bit back when, because JNaps has been like the carry for G2 recently. Not this week for G2. G2, all of their members were playing very well, but back in the promotion tournament in week 1 of league play too. Chazette and JNaps, in my opinion, both looking like top 5 players in the world. I'm gonna gonna make another video on that, up there with like Justin and some other guys who really just have this dominating presence. When you see them with the ball, it's like, damn, I'll just let you go, I can't do anything. That's how Shawzet's playing, and if he can give us one more week showing his consistency, I'll believe in him. Remember, it was Shawzet's fault that they did not do anything at Worlds. Shawzet just forgot how to play Rocket League. What does Mouse need to fix? Now, I'll tell you what Mouse needs to fix. They gotta pick their challenges better, right? You cannot sit back and just watch them play. You cannot, like some teams, yeah, you can sit, watch them hit the ball. They're gonna hit the ball right to you, and then you can play out their mistakes. But with Reciprocity, they don't hit the ball just to hit the ball. The difference between these good and bad teams in RLCS is the bad teams just play ping pong. The good teams hit the ball into a spot where they can benefit their entire team. Once they hit the ball, if you let a team like Reciprocity hit the ball, it's going to be in a more advantageous spot for them. They don't just hit the ball to you. They don't just hit it because, oh look, I'm a brainless Rocket League player, I'm just going to hit the ball as hard as I can and give away possession. No, they have intent when they hit the ball, which is something that more RLCS teams need, to be completely honest. Some teams are annoying with just the way they smack the ball around like it's a flaccid cock and don't do anything with it. Mouse is playing for their mistakes, and Reciprocity was not playing with mistakes. They had to force mistakes out of Reciprocity, which is what they weren't doing. Yeah, they were just sitting back and watching. If you let Fruity pass it to Shawzet, then Shawzet's gonna 1v3 your team, because you let Shawzet get into a position where he can dribble you guys, where he can ceiling shot you guys. You gotta be sending someone up, be a little more aggressive. You need to try to make a play happen. That's what Mouse needs to do. That's how they fix their mistakes against Reciprocity. There's certain ways you gotta play against certain teams. They did not play the right way at all against Rec. Rec just dismantled them. Yeah, and that is the recap for all the games. Let's see how long this video is now. Cool, 25 minutes. Can't wait to edit that down. Yeah, I really hope you guys did enjoy. Tomorrow I'll be coming out with either a power rankings video or a top 10 goals of league play video. We'll see, I'm not too sure yet. But then I will have a predictions video coming out probably Thursday. But all these videos will be coming out sometime this week. I've got like a loose schedule, but we'll see what ends up coming out. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to hit subscribe. The more support I see, the more I'm gonna make videos like this. Thank you guys all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.